It was already happening when I realized there was no chair for me. The table was full, crystal glasses, candles burning like small, obedient flames, laughter timed and practiced. Then my daughter-in-law slid something across the polished wood toward me. A plastic badge, red lanyard, white card, housekeeper. Her parents laughed first, the polite, sharp kind that asks permission to be cruel. My son smirked, eyes not quite meeting mine, and said, "Food's for family." That's when I removed my wedding ring. I set it down gently, right beside the gravy boat, gold against porcelain, 42 years condensed into a circle. I said 4 words, calm enough to frighten myself. I remember everything now. No one understood, not yet. I remember when my son brought her home for the first time. She wore kindness like a costume, smiles too eager, questions too invasive. She hugged me as if we were already close. Her parents followed, measuring my house with their eyes, clocking the furniture, the quiet, the way my husband deferred to me without noticing he did. I thought love expanded families. I didn't know it could be weaponized. I built that house with my husband, brick by brick, decision by decision. I ran the books for his business while raising our son, kept the lights on when clients vanished, signed checks when he couldn't bear the stress. I believed partnership meant permanence. I believed wrong. The changes arrived politely, invitations that didn't include me, conversations that paused when I entered rooms, a suggestion from my son that I take it easy and let his wife host holidays. The business accounts moved to a new bank for convenience. My husband grew distant, distracted, careful with his phone. Patterns always reveal themselves to those who stop begging for reassurance. I found the email by accident, or maybe by timing, a forwarded chain about restructuring assets before the transition. My name appeared once, in parentheses, like an inconvenience. Then came the meeting notes, his handwriting, their lawyer, words like post-marital agreement and primary residence reassignment, plans made quietly, efficiently, without me. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I didn't confront. I watched. Silence is underestimated. People confess to it. I gathered documents while everyone slept. Deeds, original incorporation papers, the addendum my husband never read but signed 20 years ago, the one that placed controlling interest in my name if certain conditions were met. Conditions like infidelity, like asset concealment, like collusion. I hired my own attorney, quiet, female, surgical. I let Christmas approach. They thought the dinner was a coronation, new traditions, new hierarchy. They thought I'd accept a corner seat, or no seat at all. They forgot who taught my son how to set a table. Back at the dinner, my husband finally looked at the ring. His face drained slowly, as if the truth were a toxin spreading through his veins. My daughter-in-law tilted her head, confused. Her parents stopped laughing, the sound dying mid-breath. I remember everything now, I repeated, standing, including who owns this house. My son opened his mouth. I raised a finger. He closed it. I slid an envelope onto the table, then another, then a third, each placed with care, legal notices, account freezes, a copy of the addendum highlighted in yellow, the business dissolution filing, effective at midnight. My husband's hand shook as he reached for the papers. He didn't need to read them. He already knew the ending. "You planned this?" he asked. I shook my head. "You did. I just paid attention." They unraveled quickly after that. Her parents protested, voices rising, demanding explanations, threatening calls. My daughter-in-law cried, real tears this time. My son stared at the table, at the ring, at the space where I had never been offered a chair. "Food's for family," I said, tasting the words. And this house is mine. Security arrived. Not theirs, mine. I'd arranged it earlier while the turkey rested. I watched as coats were collected, as dignity was lost in layers. I watched my husband hesitate at the door, turn back once, as if to say something that might save him. I was already done listening. Now alone, I replay it like a confession whispered to myself, not out of guilt, out of clarity. I didn't take revenge to hurt them. I took it to return things to their proper owners. My time, my work, my name. I kept what was mine and released what never truly belonged to me. The ring sits in a drawer now, not as a wound, as a record. I learned something at that table, standing without a chair. Power doesn't announce itself. It waits, it remembers, and when it speaks, it uses only 4 words, just enough to end the story. I remember everything now.